Does Gen Z start in 97? Yeah. So he was born in 94? Is that 94? Yeah. And to be fair,
You're
there's a
on
lot of
path
things
in the woods,
that are
and at the end of
confusing.
that path is a cabin.
How's the volume for
And
the
in
game?
the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Do you guys... Oh, first of all, I need to move my camera. Second of all, do you guys want it louder? Or is it good? Turn it up a little? Okay. Okay. Hopefully that's... Is that good? Too loud? Good? Yeah, there's like a million endings. Alright, buckle in, friends. Buckle in, buckle in. Oh, that's true. Okay. We'll just continue on.
You're here to slay her.
Continue on.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, cool. Turn it down just a tad. Turn this part down just a tad, and then keep the sound good. Okay, let me just...
While
we're just
I
saying
appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
That better? Is that better? Totoro? It's actually just a little rat, but I do love Totoro. He's just like a little rat guy. It's just a squishmallow I got. Is that better? Take the knife, talk with her for a bit, and then free her and not kill her. Okay.
Nevertheless, let
Sounds
me assure
good.
you, the princess is locked up because she's
also,
dangerous.
Marcus.
She is not dangerous
Sharky
because
is
she's locked up.
One of my homies over on Twitch. He just knows the game really well. He's just
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality.
Okay, we don't need all this. Sorry, I just did that to test the volume.
You make your way. A warning. She will. We're not going to
blah
ignore
blah blah. She's evil. Don't trust her. Blah blah blah. Kind of stuff. Okay, take the blade. Talk to her.
The interior
free
of
her.
the blade.
Blah blah blah. Take the blade.
Take
Yep, we take the blade. We enter the basement. She's like, "Hello, is someone there?"
The door to the
Who's there?
Oh, never mind. She's not nice this time.
She said, "Don't let it."
She's like evil. Okay. Does any of this matter? Just be like, "Hey, here to kill ya." Yes, he is. He is like an extra character.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Talk with the narrator before going into the cabin. Okay.
Great
Sounds
job.
good.
You gave away the element of surprise. Good
So
luck, hero.
So there's us. We're the decision maker. There's the narrator who is like guiding us through the story. He's a separate entity. And then we also have these extra voices in our head
and lock
that
eyes
are
with the
part
princess.
of us.
There's a
They're
heavy
also
chain
kind of
around her
characters.
wrist, binding her to the far wall. She's so focused on the task.
Like the hero, that one
You
that
weren't
just
kidding
happened that
when
I
you said you were here to
skipped
kill
past.
me.
LOL. Like Undertale? I don't know. Has anybody played Undertale? Is this similar decision making to like Undertale? So I just talked to her.
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
The blade.
So
of course
this
she
guy
doesn't
is
want to
part of
talk.
us.
Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
True. So keep holding on to it. Don't drop it. Keep holding on to it. Drop it. Drop it now. Okay.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Yeah, Marcus, I think it's pretty
Thank you.
similar.
Maybe now we can just talk.
Fairly similar.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her.
Kind of
So
already
here we are.
talked to this guy
What an
all the time
awkward start
about
to a
this.
relationship.
Relationship? Okay, so now I just gap with her for a while. I've kind of
I
done all
know.
these already.
I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
Oh yes, that's right, Marcus. She wasn't nice this time because we picked up the blade. You can enter the basement without the blade, and she's a little bit nicer.
That laugh. Stop it.
I have no idea. To be honest, I don't even know why I'm
We're
down
not
here.
killing her every
Or how I got
time.
here.
Yes, Marcus, it
I
is
was kind
so
of hoping
long.
you might be able to shed some
I've
light on the
played-
whole situation.
How many hours have I played this game? Hold on, pause. Give me 2 seconds. I played this game, for only 8 hours. And I'm not even a fourth of the way through it, it seems. I played it for 8 hours. And I'm like not even a fourth of the way through it. Yeah, Sharky's 100% at the game, and it took him over 30 hours. So it's like,
Oh, have you decided?
You
okay. Examine the chains.
You have to be kidding me.
Really? I love that.
You walk
think
up
it'd
to the
be
chains
fun.
binding the princess
I
to
love
the wall
theater and
give them a
stuff. I
tug.
love it.
They're large and heavy, far too.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's
Yeah,
so
I
doubtful.
don't have the key, blah, blah, blah. And if there isn't a key, do you have any
Well,
ideas?
She speaks. If we were stuck down here for long enough, you attempt to make
Okay,
someone else.
but we're locked up in here. So we go back
You
down.
make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you. Easier
Yeah,
for
whatever,
easier
bruh.
for everyone.
Blah, blah, blah,
I heard the
narrator.
door slam.
Yeah,
The
we're
knife.
locked in here.
Pick it up and cut me out of here.
Pick it up and cut me
You
out of
won't
here.
like what
Okay, look away
happens
if you're
you do
squeamish. Save her.
that. Against your better judgment, you place
Oh,
the
it's kinda
blade
hidden
against the
behind my
princess
camera a
as you
little.
cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long,
Yeah.
you're able to crack through bone. She didn't so much as utter a sound.
Yeah.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze
Bye-bye, her
meeting your eye.
hands.
How is she so composed
Bye-bye,
after
her
losing an arm?
hands.
It's like she isn't even bothered
Dwarf,
by
I've
it.
heard all this already.
Thank you.
They
Now
yap
let's
too
get out of here.
much. They yap too
No,
much.
we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No.
Ooh, that's a
I
good question.
just can't let her
So
escape
I
into
have
the
it from
world.
Steam. I got it off of Steam. It's just a Steam game. Sharky would be a good one to ask. Sharky, do you recommend any good videos to introduce someone to this game? I said like 40 times. LOL.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps
So
forward
now
and
the
raises the
narrator
blade.
is taking over
Wait,
our
this
body
isn't
and
fair.
trying
You can't
to
just
kill
do
her.
that. Watch me.
He's taking over us. We're trying to. He's trying
Stop
to have
that.
us slay
I thought this was a
her.
little too easy.
Yeah, girl, I know.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but
So
the
this
princess
isn't
swiftly
actually
Stop
us,
it.
it's the
Stop
narrator
resisting me. I am trying to
taking
get you
over
out of here
us.
alive.
Girl, we would have been fine.
The blade. Move the blade.
Shut up, goober.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
Oh,
I'll
my
make
bad, I have
this
to click.
quick.
She
Ooh.
steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
You will.
And then she slits your throat with an
Oh.
almost clinical ease.
Ooh.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark,
and you die.
I hope it was worth it.
There's a free playthrough that takes you to the end of chapter 2. That's a good way to see if you want to get the game. Most videos will reveal everything. So, Marcus, there's like a free like demo type thing you can do if you want to try it. And I'm sure if you just like looked up Slay the Princess Explained, you'd probably find some good videos. I don't know, Marcus, we gotta show ya. But also the narrator is not, I don't know, Sharky, tell me if I'm right about this. It's hard because it's very theoretical. So the narrator is like a separate entity, a separate thing. The narrator is not part of us, as far as I'm aware. Chapter 2. Okay, talk to the narrator.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
So see, we
And
died,
in the basement of that
and
cabin
then we started it all
is a
over again.
princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting terrible deja
sense of
vu.
deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
The skeptic is part of us.
I'm inclined to agree.
And the hero.
If he doesn't
but not
remember
the
what happened
narrator.
last time, maybe it's best to keep it
It is
that
very
way.
confusing. And like, we have
You
done a
know
lot
I can
of
hear you
endings.
too, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
It's hard to like... If you want, Sharky, I don't even know Twitch will allow like that kind of thing. It is like that long of a message, I guess. It is very confusing. But essentially, so like in a very Sharky, you can like try and type it if you want. But like from my understanding, because I haven't gotten super far in the game, but from what I understand, me and the princess are like separate. So I technically represent like all things good, and she kind of represents that's true, I did beat it technically, but there's a lot of endings. And she kind of represents like choices and bad things. Yeah, no, it's fine. We've like gotten to the end in stream before, so it's like spoilers I don't think are a big deal. I think if people are worried about spoilers, they'll just like get out of here. But like Sharky, you can please do, because it's like it's very much a mind exercise.
And as far as trying to help her goes,
Very much a mind
need
exercise.
I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
I wish I could put this on 2x speed. This is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing really just happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Alright. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing
Those
anything?
are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Oh, I don't know. Sharky, do you do any YouTube or anything? Sharky's very fun. We love Sharky.
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. The
Blah, blah,
absolute
blah,
irony.
narrator.
Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really
Blah,
don't remember
blah,
what happened
blah.
last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you
narrator.
are crafting.
No, you're good.
But
Sharky,
this
do
is
your
a thought
thing.
experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because
Did
if
you
I
say
really did
something
what you
mean
said
to
I did,
me?
you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
Girl, saying something mean does not equate to killing somebody. Narrator.
Anyway, I believe your
Oops,
second
I
question was,
just
what's the
clicked
point
too
of doing
fast.
anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started.
Facts.
That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
Fair, Marcus, fair.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And
The
yet,
music got darker
here
in the
we are.
background.
You're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts.
And circles. Let's
Just
talk
be
about the
quick about it.
princess. The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her, and all she did was slit my throat. How is she supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
Let the narrator finish. Razor! What's up, friend? I got this, Sharky. You don't have to worry about the shout-outs. You keep typing your thing. Razor and friends, what's good? Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. How are you? How was your stream? What did you play? How did it go? Tell me about it. Welcome in, welcome in. How is you, friend? How is you? What were you playing? Of course. Marcus, kind of. I don't know if I would say demon. She's definitely not human. Thank you. It's a free sound bit I found on a website. Farming sim, slay. Getting those crops, getting those gains. Making that money. Were you playing with Mopar? Getting that dough, as they say. Ranking in the cash or whatevs. I love it. Hello?
Literally anything.
It froze. Sorry.
Fine. Check your pockets.
My pockets? Fun, Razor. Do I check my pockets? I would assume so. I've never gotten to this part before. Okay, here. I'll read, okay. So check the pockets. Confirmed. I'll read Sharky's message out loud. He says, in the beginning, a being found the embodiment of everything, the state of existence, how things change, everything. The being was mortal and didn't want death to be in the world, so he split the embodiment of everything into two beings, the shifting mound, which is the princess, olive change, and the long quiet, which is us, which is everything else. He trapped us in this prison of sorts of this like repeated event, etched his voice into the long quiet's head, which is us. This killed him, but allowed the echo in his voice to continue through our heads. So the narrator is not technically alive, but he like has like, for lack of a better term, imprinted himself in us to try and like, because he thinks that the princess, which is the shifting mound, which she basically just represents change in world and in life, which includes death, because death is a change. And the narrator thinks that that is not good and does not want that around. So he wants us, which was the long quiet, everything else, to get rid of the princess. Even though she, like, having that change is good, but he doesn't think. Anyway. Yes, I love Sharky. Sharky's a homie. He is an MVP, especially with this game. I only ever play it when he's around. I can't do it without him.
Put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, "The Evidence," written across the front.
Narrator, you need to practice your handwriting. Hello? What kindergartner wrote this?
Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads,
Oh,
"The
this is
princess
my
will end the
handwriting. Ooh,
world if you don't stop her. This
Mommy,
is an immutable truth."
it's beautiful handwriting. It looks so good. Doesn't look like a kindergartner at all.
That doesn't prove anything.
Ugh.
How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting?
That's true, what Sharky said. When we have killed her, just nothing changes. So we just kind of exist in this state of existence forever, and like nothing ever changes. And it's like really depressing, actually.
I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason.
I'm gonna have to check
on
that
your
out,
side.
Marcus. The movie called Mother. I'll have to check that out.
You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to? Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk. I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
Who locked her in the
People
basement?
locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
I get so fed up with this man. If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the
Am I
only
good?
person
Do I have to
capable of
keep
doing
talking
this.
to him, or are we good?
Call it.
Oh, oops, I cut him
I
off.
didn't know we were special.
Oopsies.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Oh, I'm special.
Yes. Right. We're here because we're special.
So special.
Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now.
No!
So please,
Do
just
not.
get to the cabin.
Do not apologize for asking so many questions. It is confusing, and I'm glad you're asking questions. I love it. So yes, the narrator opposes, and is the first and biggest thing that opposes the princess. What is now the princess? Yes. And I think that the princess and us were created basically at the same time. I don't know if one preceded the other. I think we were kind of created at the same time. Yeah. Did that help? I don't know. Yes, and that's a good point. The narrator is obviously, like, he's basically dead besides his voice that's in us, so he obviously can't kill the princess himself, which is why he needs us. He's not powerful enough. Yeah, the princess and us were one being until the narrator, who hated the things about changing and all that, split us into two beings so that this one being could get the other. Okay,
Great.
that's all.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Save it from ruin. All right, here we go. Lock in.
A warning before you go any further.
Starting to get the lore. Hopefully. I feel like I start to get it and then I fall backwards again. I think yin and yang are very... I think that's a good description of the two, yeah. Would you agree, Sharky? The princess and us being very yin and yang. And I believe it is kind of like a pocket dimension sort of thing. Right, Sharky? That's the vibe I get, yeah. I don't know. Have to talk to Sharky about that one for sure, Z's, though.
She will lie, she will cheat, and
Yes,
she will
he's
do
all-knowing.
everything in her power to stop you
All-knowing.
from slaying her. Don't believe a word she...
Hello? Why is my game glitching out?
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
I'm not all-knowing. Yes, no, literally, Marcus.
Did you
He
just
is
say
the only
wink
reason
out
we get the
loud?
lore.
No, I didn't. Wink.
I kind of like the skeptic.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Kind of like him. So yeah, pocket dimension. I feel like yin and yang is a pretty good description as well. Welcome back, Vidana. How you hanging?
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps
No,
of
I've never had
starlight
that
attempt
happen
to illuminate
before.
the cold, uninviting stone walls and thick, wrought
I have
iron
it
bars barricade the
downloaded
windows,
onto a hard drive
reminding
instead
anyone
of
who
my
enters
computer,
that
'cause
this is a prison.
space. So, it's probably just because it's on a hard drive, the connection is like a little faulty. I don't think it's part of the game. Sharky is back and forth on the yin and
The
yang
only
thing.
furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched
This is
on
a
its
nice
edge.
looking prison, though. Look at that
The
door.
blade is your implement.
It's fancy.
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, what am I supposed to do? That's true. Is that true for yin and yang, though? Like, one is bad and one is good? I mean, I guess, yeah. It's definitely about the balance of things, though, for sure. But yeah, one's not good or bad. Save right now? Okay. Literally, Marcus. Literally. Okay. Should I keep yapping to him? Ask him some of these questions? Well, I feel like the mirror thing, we talk about the mirror thing all the time. So I don't think we really need to do the mirror thing. Oh, Marcus. So the mirror, basically, when we talk about the mirror, the narrator's like, nah, you're crazy, there's no mirror there. And we're like, yes, there's a mirror there. And he's like, nah, you're crazy, there's no mirror. And then if we approach the mirror, we go to touch it, and then it disappears. That happens the same. Okay, with no blade, just entering. Yeah, the narrator doesn't see the mirror, and then when we try and touch it, it disappears.
I'm afraid
Try
I'm going
it.
to insist we take the blade.
Oh.
We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon. Are you sure? She
Fair
killed us with it
enough.
last time. What if she turns it against us again? Yes, I'm sure, and I've already got a plan for that. Still with those
Alright.
past life delusions, are we? I hope part of that plan is don't give the world-ending monstrosity your only weapon, because unless you've decided to arm the princess, I don't think you need to worry about her having a weapon. Peachy, we'll be fine. Okay,
Peachy.
I'm trusting you.
Alright, so we take the blade. Take it. So Marcus, the mirror, you literally have no choice except for like yelling at them, I guess.
You take the blade from the table.
The
It
mirror
would be
comes
difficult
into
to
play
slay the
again
princess and save the
once
world
we kind
without
of
a weapon.
end the storyline. So let's get to the end of the storyline and then
Thanks.
we can explain the mirror a
I
little
mean
bit
it.
more. Because it does come into play later. See, it disappeared.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase.
This is the freaking
A few
fanciest
sputtering
prison I've ever
torches attempt
seen,
to
bruh.
vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
I don't know, it looks kind
Her
of nice,
voice,
bruh.
harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
The text says she's angry, but her voice
Does
doesn't
she
really feel
remember
that
us?
way.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the
gracious.
princess.
She's locked
She
up
looks
for
up at you,
real.
the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains
Poor
binding
girl.
both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Guess we can't just cut her free this time.
So much for cutting her out of here.
Slay.
Do you hear yourself right
Twins.
now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chamber on the wall?
Oh gracious.
Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
That was there last time too, wasn't it?
Sharky, does this one have, is this one just a chapter 2 one, or does this one have a chapter 3?
It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Okay. It has a chapter 3, it's new. Okay, oops, I just added a marker. LOL, I didn't mean to do that. We could try and... Yes, it does. It does change. We could just try, if, Sharky, do you want to help me explain the mirror real quick, so in case Marcus needs to go, he has a little bit of a better understanding of it. Also, am I just doing whatever here? Do you have a specific path I should do, or? You can't explain the mirror? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, the mirror, so, from my understanding, don't kill her and don't trap yourself. Okay, so should I sit with her then? Or should I leave? My understanding of the mirror is that it kind of like helps us. It's like a way for us to be able to see who we are and how we've developed, because we see the princess develop, but the mirror kind of gives us a way to see where we're developed and how we've developed during each storyline. So like at the end of each storyline, we do this thing where we look into the mirror, and it like tells us who we are at that point. That's my best understanding of the mirror. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure that you like had a little bit of an explanation.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
No, Marcus, you're good. We've done a lot of endings. We've got to like the final ending before, so like there's no spoiling happening. You're good.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Fair enough.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Why isn't she looking at us?
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
I don't know. I've been here before. Am I the only one that remembers that?
Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
Okay.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what?
I haven't, Marcus. I haven't been here yet. This is all new to me.
You being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else. I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. Now hold on. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
Real
I needed
skeptic.
you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met.
Should I do the chain first?
I did. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't.
Oh.
I get it.
Me too, narrator.
It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't
Me
it?
too, bruh.
To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say,
True,
the more your mind
Marcus,
will swing into
true.
dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much.
Okay.
Your success
That's why we
hinges
saved,
on
so
you
we can
having
come back and do
imperfect
those
information.
quickly.
For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
I won't.
Just give it
Either
a
way
rest,
we
this isn't
go.
helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
True. I'm gonna ask about the chain. Because, okay. I think I'm just gonna leave you here. So there's a leave the princess and slay the princess. That's it? Those are the only, like, action options? It definitely is. I see your chats faster, though, than they show up on the screen.
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
Oh,
Maybe it'll
LOL.
fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
You were asking about my
Yes,
intentions?
Your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
But girl, it's around your neck.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Me and the hero, we're on par today.
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the
I
more
am
reason
delusional
not to
too.
trust her.
Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
How am I supposed to cut you out? Your head's shackled.
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
That's a good question. Sharky, do you see his question? Do I need to read it to you? I think it's just because the narrator, before he like kind of imprinted himself on us, I don't like the word imprinted, but that's the only word I can think of, created this never-ending scenario, because he was also a powerful being, just not as powerful as these two, because obviously he's powerful because he split us into two beings and whatever. So I think before he kind of left, he created this never-ending cycle. I mean, it's not never-ending, but
But
you know.
she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that.
She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Yawn, sorry.
Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And
Those
she
are
might
good
use
ones.
it
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
kill you.
Bonded. I like bonded. Okay, I could use bonded. Imprinted just makes me think of like werewolves, you know? The prison made us forget our normal nature, and both us and the princess are trying to remember what we actually are. So we just ended up taking the form of a birdman and the princess for now. A bit fuzzy on the explanation, fair enough. 5, hello, welcome. 5, also, what the frick are you putting in my Discord, Goober? What was that?
That
What was
doesn't
that
sound
video?
great. What about the pros? There are none.
Shut
The
up,
pros are
Naruto.
that we can't
Naruto.
trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her.
Facts.
Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned.
I'm not giving you the weapon in case you've forgotten you killed me last time.
But sure, let's talk about what happened. Because what happened is exactly my issue.
Oh, we're talking
The
about our
last time we
issues
met,
now.
your body tried to kill me. If you take a moment to imagine yourself in my position, I think you'll understand why letting you near me with that thing is untenable.
I appreciate that she recognized that it was our body and not like us.
So, be a
Alright,
good bird
whatever.
and hand it over.
5 years so strange. Be a good bird. I bet people like this version of her, bruh. Sharky, that's a good question for you. Do you know, I don't really know why they chose like the Birdman and the Princess. I don't know why they chose those forms. I feel like the Princess form was chosen to present an even further moral dilemma for us. You know what I mean? To make it even harder, because who wants to slay an innocent princess, you know? And yes, we both have kind of forgotten who we are. I think that all we remember is these moments in this cabin/prison. And we do remember, like, the deaths and then the restarting, but we don't remember how we got here. They probably have, Marcus. Bruh. That's true. So the narrator, Marcus, the narrator was a bird. And so when he bonded to us, that kind of created us into a bird. No idea why the narrator was a bird, but, you know, there's that.
And if being nice isn't enough motivation, well, I think you're aware that I'm not afraid to resort to violence. If you come near me with that thing, I will strangle you with these chains.
She doesn't beat around the bush, does she? Yes, it's almost like she's a fundamentally bad person who wishes to inflict pain on others.
Or it's another bluff.
No hard feelings, of course. But you should be aware of my position.
Wait, so what am I ending up doing at the end? Giving her the knife, cutting her out on my own, slaying her, leaving? What am I supposed to, what's the... I think the other chain is for us? Give her the knife? Okay. So I think the other chain is for us if we do a different ending. There's a couple of different endings that we could get here, I believe.
Slide it over.
Metaphorical for her divinity, yeah.
No, absolutely not. I am
I
not
could see
letting you
that.
hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess.
Yes, gore
Until you come up
incoming.
with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
So yeah, it could be like her divinity is why she chose or was presented as a princess. I feel like part of it too is like trying to make the moral dilemma more difficult for us, because like she's this innocent, sweet little princess that just got locked up. Like, why should we kill her? You know what I mean? I think that just adds to the moral dilemma. Do it, Wolf.
You tried
Do
this
it.
last time. Do you want to know how it went for you?
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right? Oh, Rory tried to take over, buddy.
Not the angry, grumbling.
Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again.
I'm not
Are you?
either.
A
Let's
little.
go.
I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down
Hey,
to pick it up.
girl. Is she flirting with me?
Thanks.
Hey.
She pulls up her hair, smiling
Oh,
slightly
nah.
as she raises the blade to
Oh,
her throat.
nah. Here we go. Buckle
What
in.
is she doing?
Buckle in.
She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
No.
Ooh. I'm watching it. Look away if you're queasy.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she soars through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
Huh.
This is
So
crazy.
that's her play.
Killing herself?
She isn't dead yet.
Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet.
Oh, nah. That's insane.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
Put it back? He said put it back. Goober, what he
The princess's eyes stare up at you.
said put it back.
Congratulations! You saved the world.
I didn't do nothing. That was her, bruh.
So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she is gone, isn't she?
Save it right now? Okay, I'll save it here too. W save thumbnail. W save thumbnail, love that. Okay. Marcus, that's so real. Me too.
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
That is
Now, hold
actually
on,
insane.
She's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
Take it!
I don't have an angle. I'm just
Grr.
looking forward to putting
Is she gonna
all
start
this
talking to
behind
us later?
I'm sure you can
Hey!
understand that.
Can you go get my body, please?
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of a reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why.
You're just
That's
wasting
real.
your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
Yeah. It's an accepted game in their category, so it'll be fine. Take the princess with you? Alright.
Ugh.
Hey
fine.
girl!
You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids.
Ew!
Then
Stop!
make your way back
Narrator,
upstairs
this
to the
is
first
not
floor of the cabin.
necessary. Not necessary.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
She didn't. She's dead. But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Oh, man. Alright.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already
There he goes.
over? Is he gone?
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on
But she
faith
did
that
it.
you would
She's
know
still
what to
alive.
do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
There's an ending. But you don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave.
She's
Memory
gone.
returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
No, it's best when
This-
you question
This doesn't
everything.
feel right. It feels different. Final.
No, questioning everything
You're
is how
right.
you play this game. For
Part of me
real.
wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. So now we're looking at our reflection. This is what I was telling you about. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Oh, really? Oh, yes. No, you're right. I do know that does happen. But you find yourself in the long quiet again. You are at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
No, you're good, Marcus. Don't worry about it. There is a lot, and I can't promise that I can answer all your questions either. 5, I don't know. So this is like a kind of final form of the princess up in
Do
here
you
that we're
know
talking
what
to
we'll
right
find
now.
out there?
Do you know?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent
Mustard!
and full of passion. But all of those
Okay.
flickers end where the long quiet begins.
Partial form. Oh, that's true. There is like a bigger form of her later.
I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Girl, I don't know. There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people.
Real.
Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Real. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
Do you want me to? I don't know. I don't know if I have any new thoughts about it. Do you have a
No.
narrator?
Their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Sure, yeah. I don't know why, but I know
I
this.
am on the
He
cusp
does.
of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
Okay. How many more
One.
vessels?
Whatever you
Ooh.
bring me next will be enough. And
One
then
more vessel.
gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
We can look at it in a minute 5. I'm down for that. Okay. So I'm just gonna
The
say I'm
next
ready to
time
go
I see
back.
you, each of us will
And then
finally
we'll go to
know
our
what we
save.
are. I will be here, waiting for you.
So should I go to that beheaded save and just not take her head? Is that what the vibe is? Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path.
Oopsies. How do I play it? I just overwrote it, bruh. How do I go back to it? How do I play it? Main menu? Oopsies, it's okay. I have that other save, so it's okay. We can speed run through it. It's all good. I got it. Okay, take the blade.
You take the.
We got it. We've done all this before. Enter the basement. Okay. Whoop!
The door.
Oopsie
Does
daisies.
she-
Okay, blah
you
blah blah.
walked.
What?
Okay, sit with her.
You stepped to.
There's fine.
That's right.
We sit where we're
You do
told
as
to
she asks.
sit. I don't know if we really need to. Oh, I do need to ask her some questions because I gotta unlock the. I've been
Oh.
here
I guess
before.
it's I this for you now. And that's
Yapper,
exactly
yapper,
the
yapper,
more you're
yapper,
just
yapper.
Give it.
Focus.
Yeah.
This is a serious
okay.
situation. You
Um,
shouldn't be daydreaming.
the other chain
I
on the
don't know.
wall.
Maybe it'll.
Intentions.
Yes, there is.
She orders your run unless.
So I suppose you could just be here to kill me.
Okay.
But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
How I supposed to cut you out?
But she's all those. I don't they're the
Okay. Okay, give her the
Slide
knife.
it over.
You tried.
I think you
Blah,
got
blah,
the princess.
slide it over.
She pulls up. What
You're
is she
welcome.
done?
Just
Oh,
don't worry
fuck,
about it.
There's at her head.
Eat it.
Oh no.
Slid-
Of course. Look,
Okay, leave.
Fine. But if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it.
Fair enough. Fair move.
With
fair
your
move.
work done, you remove the blade
That's
from
a
the princess's
slanty.
corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here.
The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty. The door. Check the door.
The door.
You open the cabin door,
Nothing
ready to
around.
return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows.
But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward? This is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it. Okay. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Like hell it is.
Let me
What's
out of
done
here.
is done. And there's no going back now. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Aw, Marcus, appreciate you. Sharky is the MVP. You are the best. Sleep well. Thanks for hanging. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Peace and love and all the things. I don't say that. I don't know why I say that.
Decades?
See you
No,
later.
it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
What do you suggest?
We still have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over.
He's suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
Girl, this is not bliss, bro.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality
your
itself just to make me
mouth?
lose?
Girl, it's not about making you lose. It's about me going insane, stuck in this little prison cell with nothing outside. This
Why
is not
should it
bliss.
matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want?
I don't have to answer that.
That's all we needed to hear.
You raise the blade, then drive it into your heart. You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you
And
die.
you die.
You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
I only
Yeah, we'll
unalived
see
2
about
people.
that.
That doesn't make me that. Grr. Okay, now we got a chapter 3.
You're on a path in the
Whoa.
chains everywhere. This is different. This is new.
Paranoid? Okay.
Worse is what it is.
We're finally starting to see reality for
Go
what
get a
it is.
snack, then.
This place is a prison, and she's not the only inmate.
There's a lot of
You're
like
acting
grave
like
sites
reality
or
is this
something up in
static
here.
thing. But this world is constantly changing around us. How can you be so sure that you aren't breathing the prison into
You
existence?
have no snacks.
That by
You got
feeling
nothing.
the walls closing in on you, that's exactly
There's
what
not
they do.
even walls. What do you mean?
What a crock of pretentious bullshit. Reality
Oh
is
my
as solid as the
gracious.
ground beneath our feet. And if we just examine it, if we apply enough scientific rigor, if we
Not the
think
scientific rigor.
hard enough, we'll find a way out of here for good. Don't you see? We're already making progress. And what if looking at it is enough to make it change? Where does that leave us?
It leaves you exactly where you are right now, and presumably exactly where you've been before. I'll spare you my full introduction since you've clearly already heard it at least once, but I would like to remind you that the people in my world are living, breathing, suffering entities and not pawns for you to sacrifice in pursuit of some
yappy.
vague truth.
I didn't get the evidence? I thought I got the evidence before that save. Wait. I thought I did. Because I saved inside the cabin, right? Or did I not? Yeah, I saved inside the cabin, so I should have the evidence. Right? Yeah, we still have the blade.
Huh.
We've never started with the blade.
Hadn't actually noticed.
Holding it's starting to feel natural, isn't it?
Of course it feels natural. We've had it with us every time. We've made
I
it
don't have
part
the
of
period.
us.
Interesting.
Don't be weird. It's just a tool, not some mystical object.
Yeah, I don't know.
Though starting with it feels like an indication that we're on the right track.
This is strange. You're not supposed to start with the blade. It says right here that you're supposed to find it at the cabin. Oh well,
Well, we're
I
gonna
suppose
find an
that
ending,
doesn't
I
make much
guess.
sense anyway.
Some
It's
sort
better
of
if you
ending.
start with a weapon, so this is...
Whatever, I'm done with you. She cut
She-
her own head off
what?
last time.
Why would she ever do that? She's not supposed to be suicidal. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. More importantly, if she did cut her own head off, why are you here? You shouldn't have died. You should be enjoying your reward.
We killed ourselves, obviously. You were insisting that we were happy, but we knew we weren't. We could see right through you. Yeah, what he said. We weren't about to be stuck somewhere being fed non-stop bullshit
Ah!
forever. We want
The bad
answers.
words.
We weren't gonna find them in your fake little paradise.
If I can
There
eat the
are
blade,
no
do it.
answers to find. If she was dead, then that was it. That was...
Ha!
I'm
So
over
there
the
is a
narrator.
Well, what's
can't
done
do
is
it,
done, and you're
but-
here now. There's no use arguing. Just get to the cabin and settle this. Try not to kill yourself this time.
Okay, I'm gonna save here too, I think. So that we can come back in here. So yeah, toss the
Are
weapon.
you serious? The blade is your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do things right.
The implement!
We can't toss it.
The
It's the only way we can
implement.
protect ourselves. It's an extension of us, and we shouldn't go around throwing our pieces away.
He's right. Weird, but right. Don't
Weird, but right.
you dare. Are you even listening to me? Does my
Oopsies.
opinion count for nothing? We're
Yeah,
never
pretty
getting
much.
out of here if you don't listen. I'm intervening. We're not tossing the blade.
No, you're not, Goober. I'm in charge, and I say we're tossing a blade. You had your chance last time, and we all saw how that worked
Too
out for
bad.
us.
This is a mutiny.
Hey,
You're
you
a
can't just do
mutiny.
that. We're not supposed to be able to make our own decisions.
Oh, mindless. Oh, I'm glad you're here. I have been a little worried, but I love you so much. I'm glad that it's just been work. I'm sorry you're still sick, bro. That's stupid. Please take care of yourself,
What if I
girl.
stop you? Maybe I can
Please
make
take
choices
care
too.
Of yourself, girl.
Good luck with that. I've got backup this time, haven't I? Yeah, Alliance of Convenience. We're not throwing it away. It's important.
Hey, what are
Over
you?
these people.
Are you serious? That's no fair. Let me go.
Sorry, has to be done.
Not the hero. Sharky, what do I do? I have to keep it? I'm sorry, Mindless. Love you so much. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. It's dumb that I'm like... Dang. Okay, so I just gotta take it. So we're doing a different ending, I guess. I guess we're doing a different ending. Alright, here we
Great.
go.
Was that so hard? We need to keep our wits sharp.
How did I...
Yes. You've made the right choice.
Has the
The blade
evidence
is
happened
the only control
outside?
we have in this world.
Yes, great. Now, will you get
I'm
to the
so
cabin already? In case you've
confused.
forgotten, the princess, the fate
Love
of the
you,
entire
girly.
world,
Love
etc.,
you.
etc.
It's so annoying that I'm not, like, by you, so I can't, like, bring you soup and fun things and whatever, you know? Alright, so let's just go, I guess.
You stand at the edge of a cliff. An abyss
so
yawns beneath you,
confused.
empty and endless.
Because we got the
only
evidence
path forward,
outside. I know
a
for a
rusted
fact the
metal
evidence
bridge.
happened in the cabin. I mean, in the woods.
cabin looms on its far side. I think you already know what waits for you within.
Ah, okay, that's okay. I
It's
saved
like
it,
the
so we
world
can do it.
itself
We can go
doesn't
back.
want us to reach her.
There's nothing to find out here. Time to check
We're
in
just
with
getting
the
a different one.
missus.
That's cool.
I'm going to pretend you didn't just call her that.
Don't I have wings?
Every surface of the cabin is draped in chains, the air filled with the mock birdsong of metallic clinks.
Aw,
Where there should be
mindless,
walls, you can see
stop.
only
You're so
endless ropes of
cutie.
metal, with
I'm
hooks
chillin'.
dangling from their ends.
My grandma
A fitting
fell for a
cage for a
classic
monster, destined to end the
scammer
world.
situation, like the whole stay on the phone with us, go to the store and buy some gift cards scamming situation. $2,500. So that was exciting. Still is exciting. But that's pretty much it.
There's
We're
nothing
chilling.
for you to do but step forward into the basement.
Chilling,
You
chilling.
already have your weapon, your objective. And how
We're
are we
gonna
supposed
see
to
what
get
happens,
to the basement?
Sharky. I don't
I
know.
don't see a way down. What mirror?
I
There
see
is
the
no.
mirror.
It
There's
clearly
no
served.
mirror.
Or
There's a
is it-
mirror.
Can we please stop talking? You step out onto the
Sorry, I
floor.
didn't want to hear the yapping.
Or
My
what
grandma,
should have
5.
been a floor.
My grandma.
Should have been. Yes, unfortunately, you realise too late that there is no floor beneath the metal. There is only a loose web of chains suspended over some unseen space. An unseen space that you are now rapidly plummeting through.
Slay.
Nothing's solid here, is it? It's all just a shifting mass waiting for us to drop our guard. Your fall is suddenly, painfully
Ugh.
halted as rusty chains pull taut against your skin,
Sorry,
their
I'm
hooks
losing it.
digging into your muscle.
I'm losing it. We've missed you, Mindless.
You find
We've
yourself
missed
suspended in
you.
what appears to be
We love you
a
so
vast,
much.
dark space.
Oh, she be looking
The
creepy over
glinting of
there.
yet more chains merely hinting at its full dimensions. You dangle a few
Gotcha,
feet off
Sharky.
the bare concrete floor.
Ouch, look at my arms. Ouchies.
If the princess lives here,
I don't have a good pain
slaying her
tolerance,
would probably
bruh.
be doing her a favour.
So,
As your eyes adjust to your new surroundings, you make out a figure standing in the
she's
gloom,
spooky.
obscured in shadow.
Easy now. We don't know what sort of situation we're dealing with. We should let her make the first move. Let
Okay. Are you mad at me? Are you mad at me? I kind of want to say that.
But you are met with only silence, save for the creaks and groans of
Boo.
metal as it sways in the
I think
stale
that's so
air
funny.
around you.
Are you
The
mad
hooks
at
slowly
me?
shift in your skin,
That's how
the
I
pain
imagine
coming
homie
in
said it,
waves
bro.
as you continue to dangle helplessly.
What if the chains don't have
Yes,
to be real?
what Madonna
What if they
said.
aren't real? They feel plenty real to me.
True,
Yeah,
they
it would be
looking
nice if we
hurtful.
could just tell ourselves the chains aren't lodged in all our joints and they'd magically go away. But I'm afraid that's wishful thinking.
Well, maybe wishful thinking is what we need. Maybe they're real, but maybe we can cut through them. It's worth a try.
Hello?
The princess takes a slow step forward. As she does so, the heavy chains shift,
Yes,
tightening
mindless,
and
that's my
tearing at your
plan.
flesh.
So
your
far the
joints
plan.
screaming in agony as the rusted hooks dig deeper. Stars dance in your eyes as the
Okay,
chain
we will,
wrapped
we
around
will.
your neck threatens to choke you. As your vision comes back into focus,
Oh, her
your
head!
eyes fall on the body of the princess,
Oh, she's
finally
spooky.
emerged from the shadows.
I like this. Okay.
The body
I
of the
see
princess
you.
is a weird way to describe a person. It's only
Gosh.
accurate.
I'm glad you're
The
excited,
form in front
mindless.
of
I'm
you
a little
is a body,
stressed.
draped in raiments of chains, her head dragging along behind her in an iron cage. The head stares up at you but says nothing, and the chains squeeze ever tighter.
I only ever tried to help
What makes you think I have a problem with you? Because I'm a head in a cage? Don't be silly. That's what I've always been.
A head in a cage.
It's not like you're any different.
Fair enough.
The body
girl.
takes another step towards you, the chains around you tightening, the hooks boring deeper into your flesh. They constrict dangerously around your throat. You find it harder to breathe.
I don't think she's happy you're here.
Who's
But
she?
what do I know? I'm just a set of eyes and ears. I don't make choices. At least not any that matter.
Ah!
I don't want to die like this. I don't want to die like this. Somebody do something before she kills us. Please. We're stuck here. What are any of us supposed to do? Reason with her? I don't think
Wait,
she's
who's
acting
making
rationally.
the choices?
think
I thought
she's
that she
lost
didn't
it.
have like a
This was all doomed from the
narrator or
start,
whatever.
wasn't it?
None of this is my fault. I haven't done anything to you except give you my weapon twice. You're talking about a body as if it's a separate person. It's you. Okay, I see. Nothing that's happened to you is my fault. Again, I keep trying to help you. What do you mean you're just a watcher? You cut your own head off. You've made choices, and you never stopped. You're choosing violence. Drop the blade. You're talking about your body as if it's a
That's
separate
what I
person.
used to think. But time alone has taught me the truth. I'm not my body. I'm just the thing that watches it.
You need someone to talk to about Outer
There's so
Banks.
much pain that comes from tricking yourself into thinking you have a choice. But none of us have choices. And knowing that has made me feel so free.
We have choices.
Everything we
girl.
witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
True.
The body
she
steps
do be waking
forward.
up in chains.
Your bindings tighten again.
Hi, Ruth. This is Mia.
You come to me, knife in hand.
The body steps forward. The pressure on your limbs is becoming
Maybe I should stop
unbearable.
asking her questions, bruh.
You give me your implement.
The pressure is finally too much. Your fist unfolds as your joints swell with trapped blood, and your pristine blade
I
tumbles
guess I need to watch
hopelessly
it.
to the
I didn't
ground.
know it was so good.
I cut myself free.
She's not insane, is she? No, she's just right. It's all been the same. The whole time, it's all been the same. We never had a say.
I can't. Did you want me to carry your severed head out the cabin? I thought you were dead.
That is what I wanted, but you didn't do it. And I don't think you
You're
could have done it.
crazy.
The walls are what the walls are.
I did it the first
So
time,
give
though.
in with me. None of this is up to us.
I'm gonna have to watch it. I didn't even
She
know.
steps forward yet again, and the chains dig into you, your nerves screaming, your heart pounding, your lungs desperate for air. I don't think we can hold on to you much longer. How many
Fair
times
enough.
will we have to do this? I'm tired.
Gracious. Me too,
This is all
paranoid,
getting
apparently.
so predictable, isn't it? Pop.
She did not have to say that, girl. Oh my gosh. You're falling, the world is spinning, and you hit the ground, your body light in a way that is sickeningly wrong, and roll to a stop, the sound of rattling chains and a heavy thud as the rest of what was once you falls to the ground somewhere nearby. She did not have to say pop, bro. That is crazy. You're unable to take action, unable to defend yourself, unable to even look around as the princess's body steps towards you, one slow, rhythmic step after another. It stoops down to pick you up, and then a shadow raises behind the body, blade glinting.
And now,
The
cut.
narrator! It strikes, and it strikes true. The body drops its cage in pain. They descend on each other in a maelstrom of chains and hooks and feathers and blood, fighting their way deeper into the shadows until all All you're left to witness are the sounds of violence.
See? You only ever thought you were in control. Isn't it so much nicer to let go?
You didn't. You didn't. I didn't let go. You ripped my head off.
My body ripped your body's head off. I didn't have anything to do with it.
Milk and pizza together sounds like an interesting combination.
You get it. It's not like you're responsible
purser?
for what your body is doing to mine now.
Is that the
You
narrator?
and I just
What
watch.
is that?
Like we've been
Purser?
doing since the beginning.
And so you and the princess watch as your bodies weave in and out of the shadows, performing their lethal dance.
Look at us go. Aren't we beautiful?
So we're both just beheaded bodies fighting each other right now? The movement is gorgeous, primal, uninhibited. Steel crashing against steel and flesh rolling off of flesh.
It's all going to come to a head soon.
Ha ha ha, good one.
Head.
At last, the climax plays out. Your body rides chains and shadows. I can't read, okay? Makes its final move, but so does hers. Chains shatters spine and blade pierces heart.
I guess I'll see you next time.
Everything goes dark and you die? Both hers and yours collapse, their dance complete. Blood drips from the princess's mouth and she coughs.
It's cold. But that's always been us, hasn't it?
I know what it
Cold
means.
isn't
I
bad.
can't pronounce it though. Interesting. Never get the chance to respond. Approach the mirror. I got no voices either. They were all in my body, I guess. You're unraveled. Wreathed. Long quiet. Let's go get the princess.
There's a world
Ooh.
beyond the endless
This one is
walls
so
of the Long
spooky. I
Quiet.
love it.
I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Me too, girl. Do you think there are people?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us.
Wizzy whiz.
You and I are the only things that interest me.
Aw, she's flirting with me. Do you think there's anything real out there? Are we real?
are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Do you know what's gonna happen when you
If I
awaken?
did, I would already be awake.
Fair enough. We talked about the voices. How many more vessels?
Whatever
Okay,
you
we're
bring
still
me
missing
next will be
one.
enough. And then gravity will pull the others back
Yeah,
to
I can
me.
see. I can see why it's
I
a little
will be
brutal.
singular.
Oh, a final multitude. That's what she was gonna say. Okay. What if I stay
You've
here?
already tried waiting,
That's
but I
true.
understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
Cool. Is there anything you'd like me to
These
bring you?
gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Whatever that means. All
The
right.
next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Love you. Mwah. Kisses, hugs. Slay.
You're here
Shut up.
to slay.
Shut up, bruh. Don't want to hear your voice. Slay. Okay, I'm trying to decide. Should I go back one more time? How fast do you think? Because I'm faded. How fast do you think we could do? Like if we go back to this one, there's like a proceed to the cabin. Do you think that would be any different? Has to be further back. But like we tried the cabin one, it didn't do anything. It didn't work. Oops. Oopsies. Maybe. Yes, please do. No, you're good. I'm glad you're okay. I love you so much. If you need anything, let me know. You're the bestest. Take whatever time you need. And love you so much. And sleep well and feel better. Feel better soon. Okay, so if we're in here, what did we do last time? So should I enter without the blade? I don't know if it's gonna work because for whatever reason it didn't work the last time. Step too close and kill her? Okay.
You take the
Blah blah blah. Enter the basement. Blah 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 blah.
You walked.
Hey girl. So, should I just slay her right now? Ciao. Okay.
Without a moment of hesitation, you charge the princess, your blade primed to deliver a lethal strike.
I am not a damsel to be helplessly murdered.
As you move to strike the
Real.
princess, she stands, her chains clinking
Stand
as she
on
wraps them around
business,
her
queen.
fists. In an instant, they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut,
Stand
bracing
on
her body against yours
business.
as you struggle uselessly.
Drop it, or you die.
I thought this was going to be a safe move, but she's going to kill us. Just listen to her. Do what she says.
How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted?
She's a girl boss.
But while strangulation can be
Well,
very
true.
distracting, she's not armed, and
Queen
you
in the-
have
queen
your
in the-
pristine blade.
Queen in the endearing sense. Slayer? Or attempt to slay her, I guess. My shoulder just popped.
You
when I did
steel your
that.
will and refuse to give in to the princess's demands, ignoring the stars dancing in your eyes and the screaming of your starved lungs. You fumble your first few attempts, only making surface-level scratches and gouges as your arm flails forward, barely able to obey you. But a single focused blow was all it took. Your blade pierces up through her ribs, slicing through flesh, striking her heart.
That's gotta be a sharp blade, by the way.
The chains loosen. The darkness creeping in at the edges of your vision subsides.
None of this was ever very fair, was it? But I did kill you last time. I should have expected you might want some petty revenge. Unfortunately
Petty?
for you, that means you've dug your own grave. You can forget about me ever helping you again, even if it damns us both.
And just like
Slay.
that, the princess is slain and the
I don't like this. It was
Too
not
easy.
too easy. We almost...
That's right. This was an incredibly...
Let's just get out of here. I don't like looking at her body. Plus, he said that you have the
Yep, let's
attention
get
span
outta
of
here.
a fly. How are we supposed to
It's better to have a short attention span in a situation like this, and especially when you're promised...
Fine.
Okay,
But
let's
if we're
go
leaving,
see what our
then
reward. We're
it
taking
with
the
your
blade.
work done,
The windows, the door.
Okay, this is all kind of the same. This is all the same.
You only...
You know, but if
Nothing
This is
here.
what's best.
All the same. I was
This
hoping we'd
isn't
get a
an
better ending.
In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past.
time
This
passes.
is your eternity,
decades.
gross. Gross!
We
Do you
still
suggest
have...
then?
Suggest...
Yup.
You goddamn...
Why?
I-
That's all.
You raise the blade...
Yeah.
The gray.
You're on a
Okay,
path
yeah, this is
in
different.
the woods. See, that wasn't so bad. And now we've got another chance to get to the bottom of things. Bit by bit, we're starting to unravel this place.
Never mind!
There are so many more threads to pull
Oh,
once
no.
you stop feeling.
What did I do this
That's a bit
time?
dark, buddy. You feeling okay?
I'm feeling nothing. And I like that just fine.
So you've been here before.
It's our third.
Your open discuss. The last time we were here, you were in full-blown denial about the possibility of us restarting.
That's funny.
What
Bro, someone
changed?
needs to make us a
Have you just
spreadsheet or
been
something,
pretending
you know?
to forget?
A whole spreadsheet would be nice.
I'm afraid not. Whatever other
This is
versions of
different,
me
though.
you've met in those other lifetimes, so you...
Okay,
That's
whatever.
because there is no use. It's not like it was that difficult to slay her last time.
And now you... Yes. Then what? Oh, I know that. Why?
We survived,
Because you
and then
thought
we
it
got
not
ourselves.
There was
and
still
we were
was that?
bored, and
How
it
does
was
us-
awful.
The world, and if the world...
Oh my gosh, yapping. No, you know what you're doing. 5, did you get some pizza? It wasn't raining last
Yes.
time.
Things like... If this isn't the same path in the woods you're used to, that means that
Her influence.
it means
blah, blah,
exactly what I...
blah.
And what is that? Forget I said anything. I've probably... Come on, tell us your secrets. No. Is there a reason it would... If there is, it doesn't.
Is there a reason it's raining? Let's just go. Let's see what happens.
I'm sure you've
5,
already
go get
heard
some
my
pizza.
words of warning in one of your... What we do.
Blah, blah, blah.
And we have all those mysteries. We aren't here to
Mysteries,
solve them, that's what you
mysteries.
say. We can't be sure of anything except... Okay, but we should care about... Why? Because
Why do we need to
should,
care
is
about
it?
the fate of the world?
Yes. I think for all we
I like the
know,
hero voice, I
world
think.
you're talking. Of course it's real.
He also doesn't yap
Where do you
too
think
much.
you are? Someone... Maybe we... This is horribly
real.
unproductive.
Productive. Shut up, bro.
As soon as you enter the cabin, you're struck by an overwhelming
Who
scent
that?
of decay, of mold and death and stagnant water. The once stately wooden building
Who's
is
that
bloated,
lady?
its beams dripping with a black ooze
corpse
of
bride?
putrefaction, all but the exterior
We got the
stone
corpse
walls
bride up in
warped beyond
here?
recognition. It must have been beautiful once, but you're not alone. You can feel something. Is that?
Yeah, I see her over there.
It's like she isn't even there. See? You're
We
right.
killed her.
Maybe she doesn't reset like us. She said
does,
before you
though.
can make a move, the
Then
figure
she's
is
gone.
vanishing behind the door. The door at the end of the room, but there isn't a door. The
There's a mirror.
Huh.
There's no mirror.
Maybe it's gone. Maybe it's because I suppose it,
Just go to the
you
mirror.
make your
bro.
way to the.
We don't
it's
need
so
this whole mirror.
hazy.
Wipe the mirror.
You reach
disappears.
forward and place
Door.
your hand on the. Yeah.
On the
you
door,
can
because
see
there's
it
no
now.
mirror. Blah blah blah.
So
I know.
much for our no way left to go but down.
Okay, here we go. Sorry, I'm
The
kind
door
of
to
fed
the
up with their
basement
yapping a
groans
little bit.
open. The air is foul and wet, so thick that you can
Sometimes I'm
almost
too
feel it
introverted
settle
for all
onto your
this
skin
yapping,
in
I
layers of
fear.
grime. The stairs are coated with slimy A wispy
Ew,
figure watches you from the
slimy.
bottom
There
of the
she
stairs.
is. Hey
Fed-
girl,
there she
corpse
is again.
bride.
Barely. She's just an old memory. Your eyes lock for a brief moment.
There she goes, and she vanishes. Are we good? I'm sorry about last time. Are we good? W apology. I don't
just
have a
tell
weapon.
her you're unarmed. Do you think she's upset with us? She
Yeah,
doesn't
she's
seem
upset,
fully
bro.
there. I'm not sure she's even. You aren't helping. Are you scared of a little ghost? What's she going to do?
Ghost.
Look at us until we feel bad? She can look all she wants.
Okay, whatever.
As you
She's
descend the
looking at
final
us.
step, the form of the princess comes into view. A bloated body floating face down in slowly rising waters. Her wrist still bound to the wall by a head. This cell is a
Icky.
dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom. See? She's dead. She's not just dead. It looks like she's been rotting.
Bro, dead
So
bodies
killing
in
her
water are
does
so
stink.
gross.
Mostly.
Not that I've ever seen
She
one, but
isn't
from what I
dead.
know.
You clearly just believe her corpse is floating
Awful.
right in front of us. You can stop it with the mind game. If she's dead, then do we even have to do anything? How can she be a threat to the world like this? Your thoughts are cut short by the sound of a slamming door.
Oh,
and
we're
you
locked
turn to see
in.
the shade of the
Hey
princess
girl,
staring
what's
down at you
up?
from the top of the... So that's where the blade is. It's already in her heart. And yet she
Yet she's not
isn't dead. She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost before? Oh, for the love of...
Ghosties.
Can we not waste time arguing over...
Okay,
yeah,
I
dead or
don't-
not,
blah.
what are we supposed to do about her?
Slayer,
Yeah,
destroyer,
this is tricky.
tricky.
But she hasn't said anything. Are you sure she...
Bold of
There's
you
no
to
way
come
out of
back
this
here
one,
after what
Slay.
you did.
What's wrong with you? I only killed you after you killed me first.
But she doesn't answer your question.
Oh, rip, we're going
All she
round with
does
her.
is watch you in shadowed silence. Do you hear that trickling sound? It is.
It is
Oh,
rising.
that's interesting.
We've
You've
never drowned
bad,
before.
I bet. I don't think dying ever feels good. Yes, how
Fair.
astute. Dying is bad and you should avoid it. How about...
Fair enough. Please, I'm begging you. Oh,
The water is rising
Sorry.
faster now. It's flowing in from some unseen place, and
My
judging
bad,
by
no
the height of the
begging.
algae on the stairs, it has
unbecoming.
no intention of stopping anytime soon. Are you really
creeping
just going to
up.
stand there and let yourself die?
Yeah, let's think. Where is it coming from?
It's coming from some unseen. Does it really matter where it's coming from? Because I can feel it rising.
Yes,
It do
it
be
matters. Maybe we
rising.
can find a way out. Maybe we can figure out a way to make this work. This is
This is a
just a puzzle.
puzzle.
Some things aren't puzzles to be solved.
I say we just accept our fate,
Sometimes
bruh.
yes, most people are doomed. But in case you need reminding, everyone will be doomed forever unless.
Girl, she a ghost. What you want me to do? Rush for the blade or rush for the door? The props doesn't
The
matter.
princess eyes you with a disaffected gaze as you rush up the stairs. But you don't make it past the first few steps.
Rip. Is there like an invisible wall or something? Oh,
The
it's
door bursts
coming
open,
in.
a powerful wave of
Oh,
water
no.
crashing down towards you. You're swept up in the flood. Your head
R.I.P.
slams into the basement wall.
Ouch. Ouchies.
You come to a moment later, suspended in darkness, disorientated, only aware of the surface of the
Disorientated.
water and
I
the
thought it was
emptiness above.
disoriented.
And
I
of
guess there's
course,
just different ways to
the
pronounce it.
princess, hovering above
Hey
you.
girl, there's
so
no way
dark
out.
and cold. I think our limbs are slowing down. How much longer can we do this?
Just keep breathing. We'll figure this out.
Can't do it for much
Or we
longer.
It doesn't
Just
matter
accept
either
it.
way.
I'm with
But you don't have
cold,
time to figure
Too
anything out.
pessimistic, I guess.
Something cold and clammy wraps around your ankle.
Oh, uh-oh.
You're
we
dragged
go.
under, only able to take one last hopeful gulp of air before your head is plunged
Yeah,
into
the
the
drowning
freezing
scene.
depths. As you sink
That's
below
okay.
the surface, you see it. Or rather, you see her.
Ooh.
The body you
Yeah,
found
see,
floating
this
when
is
you
what I'm
first
saying,
arrived.
bruh.
Its hand is locked around your ankle.
That is
The heavy chains
creepy.
pulling you both down into the unfeeling, suffocating nothingness. I get it.
That
we
is
shouldn't have killed her. Just
creepy.
get it away from us, please. The past is the past.
Bro,
There's no
bodies,
changing it.
dead bodies in
There's
water
nothing
are
to-
so
And there's not a lot we can do about
awful,
the
bruh.
present either. Not
Awful.
unless we think like we should have been doing all along.
But there is no thinking as you drown. You desperately try to pull yourself back to the surface again, and again,
That is
and
creepy.
again.
W creeps.
your icy limbs flailing desperately against the grip of her rotting corpse. And all the while her ghastly figure stares down at you, expressionless,
One where you burn?
as
Really? How do you do
unfeeling
that one?
as the weight around your ankle.
I'll have to do that one
Your
later.
mouth is filled with water, the same your mind filled with blood. I'm not so
Slay! Slay, dwarf. Thank you, friend.
She's got
Okay,
there's
we got a new
this.
ending.
You're right.
Ignore.
Alright, ignore him. Interesting. Have we done that one before? I think so. Okay, go to the cabin. Love it. Approach her. Yup.
There's
Hey,
a world
girl.
beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what
I
it means
forget
for us
what
to
we've
know it.
done, bruh. Do you have thoughts on this
This
vessel?
one is guarded sorrow. She saw herself as alone, but in the end had the courage to share with another. She will make for a deep heart.
Interesting.
Do not mourn her. She has finally been heard.
How many more?
One.
Still one. Okay. So I have to like do a one from the all the way from the
The
beginning.
next time I
Okay,
see
slay.
you, each of us will finally. I will be here.
Yeah, we just talked all about that. Slay!
You're on a path
Cool.
in the woods.
Cool. Yes, let us disperse. We did do a lot. That was good. A lot done. We got like 3 little endings. Do you call those endings? Whatever you call those. We got like 3 little endings. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. I do be sleepy though. Sleepy, sleepy. She needs to go rest. And she has a wedding tomorrow, so that'll be fun. It is, in fact, 3 a.m. Whoop whoop. Should we go to Kari? Because he rated us earlier the other day. We could go raid him. I need to go hurry up and sleep, I suppose. And you guys should too. As a photographer, I don't know who it is. As a photographer. Good night, everybody. You dip, I dip, we dip. You dip. Love you all. Love you all, love you all. Sleep well. Have a great day tomorrow. I'll be back here tomorrow. I think the normal late night time. I don't know how long I'm gonna be at the wedding. He didn't tell me, but we'll see. Good night, everybody. Sleep well. Vadana, Sharky5, everybody lurking. Love you so much. Kisses, hugs. See you tomorrow. Mwah.